11. Ah, puta. Ay.
Saing na. Dapat inaluhan mo yun ng ano, sibuyas. Ha? Ba't nilagyan ng bawang? Pangit. Hindi nilalagyan ng bawang na sibuyas laan.
Pass sa atin. Tatlo tayo.
Dami. Akan. Putang ina mo. Parang haw. Parang haw-haw. Ang pinagkaiba lang mas puro to. Tang.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. You win.
Hindi ka na. Parang haw-haw na. Ang problema lang mas maano to. Malambot siya sa haw. Haw-haw, sisira yung ngipin. Okay, kakain na. Mukha, sukat. Hindi ako katulad ng tamat.
Skylix ang kailangan mo.
Couldn't even get to the intro. Today we are taking a look at the most recent Winter Championship from Pokemon Unite. These are the final matches between the Eos Fortis Rages, and I apologize, I don't know how to pronounce the other name. From what I understand, this team here on the left, our purple team, is from the Philippines, our team on the right from Japan, and I wanted to start this right here just while they're on their We are watching this tri-lane of Blissey, Pikachu, Eldegoss heading into the bottom. Blissey has an amazing secure, and then Pikachu and Elde are staples pretty much in any team. Really interested to see a Blissey here. One of my favorite Pokemon to play. You don't see it often. So we do have a Charizard jungle, and you can see the orange team does have the 2 top. So they are actually running a 2-1-2 here. They have got 2 in the bottom against purple team's 3 bottom lane, and usually a tri-lane in the bottom can really devastate the enemy team there. Let's take a look. It looks like they're able to take a lot of this here. Actually, that Venusaur didn't do too bad about stealing, well, not stealing, but securing their own farm, I should say, right there. Bottom lane, obviously going well for the tri-lane, but not going too poorly for the 2-1-2. Top here, wow, they actually caught that Talon. I would love to have seen how that played out. I'm very surprised that that was able to happen here. Obviously, they're able to take a lot more farm from the purple team, given that the purple team is alone here. And now Venusaur in this top lane. Can it make something happen with this fight? The interesting thing is, even though Venusaur jungle is here, it is still a 2-on-3 because we have this Talon in the top lane. A little trading back and forth, nothing crazy. I think the craziest thing that happened there is somehow that Talon got themselves caught. They must be playing very aggressive against that enemy Lucario there. This Talon just continuing to score, getting its points in, getting its levels in. Ooh, we actually have the Venusaur staying here, and so is the Char. Both junglers staying to fight in this moment right here. We do have a score. Whoa, look at that extreme speed going down. He's not able to make it out, but wow, the junglers are in this lane for a long time. Their farm is up, and they are still up here when we see Blissey running that safeguard there. That's going to be huge for scoring throughout this match. They have a lot of score shields on Eos Fortis Rages, so purple team having those score shields and having that safeguard just means they are going to be scoring a lot in that bottom lane. We can now see orange team is actually invading the jungle of purple here, but given that this Eldegoss is rotating up, it might be... maybe they just push him out. It looks like they pushed him out. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a KO here or not. He has no points to score, really being chunked down and taken out by Elde here. So now we see Charmeleon at this point in the top lane rotating around up there, and it's just a lot of chaos in these lanes when people are playing different combinations. When you have a 1-1-3 against a 1-1-3, you kind of know what's going to happen. But when you have a 2-1-2 against that 1-1-3, the lanes get really interesting here. Blissey taking a big chunk of damage there, but able to throw out its slow smoke, and just kind of interestingly enough, it felt like it got itself in not such a great position here. However, our Venusaur is now going at it. We have a level 7 on both teams, so the bottom lane actually able to secure enough farm to have a lot of points there. And let's look at this. Boom, taken out by the orange team. Orange team, all of its members in this bottom lane. We see purple is now actually invading the enemy jungle here. We see Lucario trying to take a jungle buff on the enemy side. Ivysaur in that top lane here. So it looks like Eos Fortis did not win Dread, but they are finding other avenues to continue to put pressure on the map, continue to take farm from the enemy here. We do have Char now from our orange team, so it's going to be interesting to see if we get a Unite here. That Lucario just being collapsed upon in that back lane there, or in that enemy jungle, I should say. Up in the top here, Venusaur and Elde just chunking down this Rotom. This probably goes down before the enemy gets here. Let's see. Wow! Wow! Huge Unite steal from the orange team. And this is not good for AFR right here. I'm going to start calling him AFR. You know, shorthand. We know each other like that. This is just a really rough start for AFR. But of course, nothing is over. We do have Venusaur now, so we could see a Unite move here very soon. This is going to be either a double or triple KO right here, and that's great because you get a ton of catch-up experience when you're KOing people who are above you. This is interesting from Orange. I'm kind of surprised they stayed here, and staying to fight, it looks like it was not super beneficial for them. We are now going to take that top goal. I think once top was taken by Orange, Purple said we're going to have to do the same thing. As you can see, bottom goals being left up by both teams so that there's plenty of experience to farm in that bottom lane. We've got Venusaur at level 10. The equivalent attacker on AFR is level 8, their Pikachu here. So level-wise, we see a big swing here for Orange Team. Orange Team is way ahead, and they're actually throwing a Unite. Ooh! Ooh, a miss there. A big miss. I felt like Dane Cook when I did that. Ooh! He missed. Ended up missing. We got Power-Up Punch there from our Orange Lucario, which is actually surprising because I'm seeing it run Razor Claw. I feel like I don't often see Power-Up Punch and Razor Claw used together. All right, Char in this bottom lane, just fighting over this objective here, and it was actually secured by Orange, so still a big advantage for the Orange team. However, they are losing this team fight pretty hard. This Extreme Speed Lucario just putting out insane amounts of damage right now. And interestingly enough, we're seeing that Extreme Speed and Close Combat used together. Oftentimes, people run Extreme Speed and Bone Rush, but not right now. Extreme Speed, Close Combat, Blissey being taken down. This Char just going wild. It's nice to see a Char in tournaments. I love seeing Charizard in tournaments now. It's really cool to see. We didn't see Char for so long, and now we have some Char. What is this, a delicious burger? Because we've got some Char here. AFR moving up to this top lane. We've got Venusaur almost at its level 13 at 3 minutes, 45 seconds. That's some incredible farming from Venu right there. You really want Venu to be 13 because you get that massive pedal dance, and it makes Venusaur just such an incredible monster. It's so much easier to reset its Giga Drain once it has that massive pedal dance. And you can see they clean up this top fight. Push in with this Rotom, or they let it, looks like they're letting it go. Not pushing in, we're at 320. You often don't push in at 320, it's just a little too late here. But now you're seeing that the Orange team has to deal with this Rotom, while Purple team is just farming the entire map. They are on their Stardew Valley stuff right here, people. They are farming, while the Orange team has to deal with this little Rotom moving in that top lane. 18 seconds now until Dreadnought. This will be a fight for Dread. Pre-Zapdos here. This Dread's been taken very aggressively all game, so we will definitely have a fight here. The question is this a Unite fight or not? We'll see if anyone decides to throw a Unite in this moment here. You often don't see it, and you can see actually how much use they're getting out of that Safeguard from Blissey. Not only do they have full heal, ooh, not able to throw in those points, but given that Venusaur's not here, we can actually see Orange Team kind of abandoning this Dreadnought here, and they are just collapsing on the Lucario in the top here. Are they able to take him out Wow, look at this Extreme Speed. Oh my gosh, I was going to say, is he able to get a KO right here? That was just incredible. Okay, Lucario down for the Purple team. It will be back right as Zap spawns. Both teams just getting ready for this fight here. AFR is ahead, but only by about 30 points. So this is really anyone's game right now. And they have that goal in the bottom that's just waiting to be scored on by Purple. This is such a huge fight right here. We have Unites coming out. We still don't have a Unite from Venusaur, do we? Did we see it thrown earlier? I didn't see it. I can't tell if they're holding it or if I just missed it. There's the Unite from Purple Team's Venusaur. Saving it for those barriers right there. Wow. Look at that Extreme Speed. Just destroying the enemy team. AFR. 4 down. Charizard running towards the middle. Only 2 down on AFR. And they are starting Zapdos right now. They know Char is around here, but this is exactly what they need to be doing right now. Starting this Zap, and then, yes, there's Char. I assume they're going to back and start fighting Char. No. This is full commitment, it looks like, by Venusaur onto this Zapdos, and they are able to take it. Not enough members of the Orange team were there to stop them. Big Zapdos takedown from AFR. They are now running towards the enemy goals here. It's going to be hard for our Orange team to come back from this. They are moving to counter score. We have Lucario making his way to the top lane with 50, but they are now putting tons of points into that main goal. 700 to 212. This game, I mean, I don't see a way that Orange team comes back here. Already AFR was ahead this entire game, our purple team. Sorry, ahead score-wise, not ahead experience-wise and objective-wise always, but ahead score-wise for a huge portion of this game. And ever since then, it was really hard for Orange team to do much if they didn't get Zap here. 845 points to 312. This match is definitely being run away with right here. Lucario not able to dunk those final 11 points. Well, is he able to do it? Is he able to come back in here and score these points? I would be super impressed. And we could just see this Venusaur here from AFR. Absolutely monstrous this game. I wonder if they show damage numbers. They don't always do that, but I would love to see damage numbers. Not that damage means a lot. I mean, it's about whichever team wins and what strategy actually wins out. But I would just love to see some numbers here. Obviously, overwhelming point difference, but again, that's not the most relevant information always either. It's really just who won. You know, who won is what really matters here. Let's see if they do show some points for damage. Going to skip ahead a little bit in this recording. We see KOs, KO percentages, a ton of KOs here for that Venusaur on AFR. I'm wondering if we're going to see any damage numbers. Just because it'd be cool to see. No, it doesn't look like it. Let's head into the next game here. Heading into our next game, which could be the final. How you're feeling about that last game, because you were winning a lot of it and then you just had a pretty devastating fight at Zapdos. We see both teams continuing with the same strategy here. Nothing really being changed up. We have AFR's Lucario heading into the top lane. We have Talon and Lucario from our orange team. And then we have that tri-lane in the bottom for purple. I wonder if they're going to be able to take more advantage of that bottom lane now against this 2-1-2. Now we can see the how aggressive they're able to play with two people against this Lucario. Not able to stop them from scoring. They're going to be able to fight over this farm pretty well. They're just kind of spreading this Lucario out, and this Lucario also is in this, wow, nice steal. This Lucario is also in this tough position where he can't really go onto their side super easily because he knows he can be caught by the enemy team. So we have Char making its way top. Still Charmander, just got Charmeleon off some of the farm. Basically, the purple team wasn't able to take any enemy farm there, so Char was actually able to get Charmeleon just off that top farm right now. And we can see them in the top lane. They're not going to show it, it doesn't look like. We're going to watch this fight in the bottom lane here. This is going to be a hard fight for our orange team. How much of that are they able to get? Doesn't look like anything at all. I believe all of that was taken by our purple team here. Top lane, we do have Venusaur up here. So this early Venusaur gank is not so good, especially against three people in that top lane. It just doesn't seem to be super powerful, obviously. You're not getting any KOs off it, it doesn't look like. Down here in the bottom lane, we see LD able to take that. And they're able to get this KO in the top lane. We don't see what happens here, but that's a big KO. Lucario down for AFR, and right now Venusaur is kind of playing that lane as well, not getting its farm. Charmeleon has already cleared its jungle. Venusaur on a slow jungle clear because it's watching that top lane here, and they are just scoring at will in that top lane, and Lucario goes down again. Wow, this is not going well for AFR. Do they get their jungler taken out as well? Barely makes it out alive. Jeez. Oh, wait. They're still fighting. They're still fighting. Is he able to get it? No. Once again, not able to take out that Venusaur, and they actually come back with Eldegoss and Lucario to fight here. Wow. I am shocked. That Venu didn't go down twice, and it was insanely close to going down. So right now, score-wise, orange team way ahead. Experience-wise, orange team way ahead. So far, this strategy seems to actually be working out much better for the orange team. In the bottom lane, however, we did have Pikachu up a little bit, so that tri-lane is doing pretty well. However, it's not performing amazingly against this enemy orange team, surprisingly enough. It's been 3-on-2 the whole time, but orange has held its own in this bottom lane, and they are just ripping Dread right now. This Dread goes down without a steal. Yeah, nothing Purple can do right here. Purple is actually, once again, kind of giving up this Dread, and you can see them in the enemy jungle and farming the center area. I don't know if this is a strategy when they decide that there's no way they're going to get this Dread. They keep a couple people in that bottom lane to fight for the goal, and they just let their Lucario and Venusaur farm jungle and center area right here. We can see in the top, this Lucario is obviously looking to score some points so it can stack its attack weight here. This Lucario is now going down. Wow, does it really make it out of here? I would be shocked, but it's not impossible. I was going to say the Jukes. Almost had them with the Jukes right there. Talonflame. Now, in this bottom lane, we see our orange team taking Rotom here. So orange team has the first 2 objectives. They've taken top goal. Their experience lead is pretty solid for most of their characters. However, purple team is catching up here. We see their Venusaur is level 10. They have kept that Venusaur incredibly well fed throughout both games. That Venusaur has just been an absolute beast for AFR. And they have continued to make sure that it has plenty of experience. Obviously, they know it is extremely important in their team fight here. And now we have a big fight around bottom goal, but I'm not sure if they actually want to break this or not. One thing's for sure is they have a big advantage right now. However, when they break that top goal, they do give purple team a ton of catch-up experience to get back in this game. We can see Lucario's levels are now even, Venusaur 1 level behind Char, and bottom lane levels are essentially even as well. So interestingly enough, level-wise, things are starting to even out, and I wonder if it's because they broke that top goal and purple team has been able to use that experience to their advantage. We have Unites coming down here. Blissey's Unite onto Venusaur. Basically, they're setting this Venusaur up to be this un-KOable beast, and it is working out really well in these team fights. Venusaur already has so much sustain, so now you're adding on top of it a safeguard, you're adding on top of it a buddy barrier, you're adding on top of it Blissey's Unite move. You are just adding so many things on top of this Venusaur, and it is so hard for them to KO it, and it has been extremely beneficial for our purple team right here. They have used it incredibly well. The question is, are they able to secure Dread while this Lucario is kind of distracting them here in this bottom lane? Who gets Dread? It looks like it is grabbed by Lucario from the orange team. So that's another objective for the orange team right there. Orange team has taken every single objective in this match. 2 Dreads, 1 Rotom. Rotom coming up right now, but the team fight from AFR, from our purple team, is really solid, and it feels like a lot of it is simply based around Venusaur and Lucario kind of going nuts inside these fights. You also have Pikachu there stunning and putting out a ton of damage as well. But it seems to be that their thought with our purple team is keep this Venusaur extremely healthy, make sure that it has the ability to win these team fights. And you look at it right now, and it's almost level 13. So it's almost the highest level character in this match right here. Their Lucario also outputting insane amounts of damage in these fights. First objective taken of the match by AFR. AFR in this back line right here. The question is, are we going to see any Unites? Are we going to see anything to keep it alive outside of the Eldegoss shields and its own Giga Drain? But, I mean, this Pokemon just cannot be KO'd. With the shields that's being provided, you just cannot KO this Venusaur. It's pretty incredible here. Bottom lane being pushed back a little bit. Excuse me, top lane being pushed back a little bit. Rotom not able to break that goal. And the question is, do they let that break? I don't know. Me personally, I almost let that Rotom go in. Yes, it's a 10-point overdunk, but you don't have that easy top goal to score on. However, I think orange team right now is thinking this is a fight at Zap. If they try to posture up towards that goal, we can fight them there. We might have a fight at Dread, but it's close. It's really close. It'll be a 10-second-ish Dread. A little more than a 10-second Dread. We have a fight right here in the middle. Everyone getting ready for this one right now, and it looks like both teams wanted to secure position around this pit. No one going for Dreadnought at all. Unite moves coming down. They really want that Venusaur gone right there. We have a Unite from Blissey onto Venusaur. We have Talon going down from our orange team. Unite moves from the orange team's Venusaur, and we can see right there, wow, orange team's Venu going down, fighting at Zap right here. We have 3 up from the orange team. This is not a guaranteed secure. Oh! Oh, orange team able to steal that Zapdos. And now we do see purple here taking out LD and taking out Lucario. So the only one able to really take advantage of the zap is Charizard in the bottom there. That does put them up a little under 100 points. And we see the counter scoring right now happening from AFR. We have 50 going in from Eldegoss. Does Eldegoss makes that score, puts it in. They are now running towards that center goal. AFR is ahead right now. Are they able to score? Charizard scoring on the center goal for the orange team. This puts orange team ahead. They are now ahead by 34 points. We need a score. Big score. That's big. AFR is now ahead once again. We have a goal getter Talonflame in the top. Oh, it does not have goal getter. I thought it was running goal getter. My mistake. 430 to 356. Another score from Char here from our orange team. They are now up by exactly 100 points. Exactly 100 points. So a full dunk from AFR does not win this game. They need to score more than that. 40 seconds are left in this match. Every single member of AFR is up right now. This Lucario would love to score this goal because it's going to put everyone in that very confusing gray area as to how many points is in for each team right now. They are pushing onto this center. We have a Unite move from Venusaur. This is that score shield on that Venusaur that we've seen. We have Blissey with the safeguard. They are not able to stop it. AFR putting in 96 from Blissey. Were they able to also get the 100 from Venu? I think they were, right? 96 from Blissey, 100 from Venusaur. That puts AFR up, and they are now the champions of this winter series. Crazy final game there. Crazy final game. That Char was putting in a ton of points, really keeping AFR in a disadvantageous position. But we saw those score shields, that Blissey, that Eldegoss, all those shields, that Unite move shield from Venusaur, and then they just collapse on that goal, the entire team, and they're able to put it away. AFR with the big win right there. And interestingly enough, this is a little different from what we've seen in a lot of these Japanese tournaments. Not an incredibly score-focused comp right here. Not that they're not scoring a ton, but it's kind of different from what we've seen of just this massive, you know, Wigglies running in, Greedents running in, constant scoring. The team that won this series was playing a more standard 1-1-3 that you would kind of see here in North America and Europe, and it wins the entire tournament. Really cool to see, especially with Worlds coming up. I think it's time to really start watching what a lot of these top teams are doing here. And here is a team to watch. Are we going to be seeing AFR in the World Championships in August? I would not be surprised at this point. And gosh, I gotta say, I love seeing a Blissey make its way into that tri-lane. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Let Jake cast Worlds. I love you. Goodbye.
Slow.